If you've been following along on my channel, you'll know that I do all different types of races. But how do you go from just a gravel rider to participating in a race? In this video, we'll look at some of the things you'll need to consider so you can target a race. The first things to consider is to know the event. Where is it? When is it? The distance, the gravel type that you might be riding on, the elevation and the course profile. Are there aid stations? These are all things that you should consider before you pick your event that you're going to target. When you know the type of event you're going to target, then you can look at a little bit more detail. What do you want to achieve from the event or the race? Do you want to podium? Do you want to finish the event? And also know, is there a cut-off? Is it a qualifying event for another event? Now you've picked your event, how are you going to achieve what you want out of that event? You need to be realistic. Does the course suit you? And above all, is it going to be fun for you to do that event? Most gravel races tend to be long, so you need to have a good endurance, and that's not something you can magic up overnight, so you need to make sure that you have the time to commit the training to build that endurance. Is there lots of climbing in the event? Lots of gravel races are elevation heavy, so you need to be able to have the strength to do that type of event. The next thing you'd want to consider, particularly if you're new to gravel riding, is the course technical? Is it going to be challenging you mentally and physically? And do you have the bike handling skills to get around that course? And if you don't, then you need to apply some time to work on those skills. If training for an event like this is something you've not done before, it's definitely worth having a conversation with those in your family and who you live with to make sure they understand the amount of training that you're going to commit to this event and to achieve the goal that you want to achieve. I think it's also a good idea to consider some strength training and having time for adding those sessions into your weekly plan. Strength training will allow you to have a better fatigue resistance and injury prevention, and overall make sure you can get around the event and not die after 3/4 of the way round. One of the things that people often overlook is, where is the event, where are you going to stay, and how much does it cost? Gravel events aren't cheap, so it needs to be something that's within your means and actually achievable. The next thing to make sure you've checked is your bike and all your equipment. You need to make sure that the brakes and all the gears are working. It's a good idea to get your bike serviced by a reputable bike mechanic before you go into a major event. The biggest thing when it comes to gravel racing and riding is your tyres. And this means you need to know the type of terrain that you're going to be riding on. Is it going to be smooth champagne gravel? Is it flint stone? Is it pea gravel like we have at 7? So it'd be a case of knowing what your type of riding is and talking to those that have done the event before. The other thing to consider is nutrition. Gravel races are long, anywhere from 3 to 7, maybe even 10 hours if you're looking at some of the really long events. Then you need to work out how much food are you going to carry, when are you going to eat that food, are you going to be stopping aid stations? Stopping aid stations adds more time to your event. So all these are things that you need to consider, and have you actually tested the food that you're going to be eating? These are all things that you'll get to start to look at when you look into the event in a bit more detail. Most gravel races are mass starts, so you need to work out how you're going to tackle that start and procedure in the pen. And then it will either move to a hill or a single track. If you are a hill climber and that's your strength, then you want to go with that front bunch so you can climb up the hill first. If you're not a hill climber, what's your strategy going to be at the start? Are you going to pace yourself up the climb and then try and catch the front group on the descent or the flat sections? On flatter courses, you'll need to understand that riding in a group is going to be beneficial for you. If you are in a group, you'll need to be on the wheel, but also allow for room for error from the riders in front of you so you don't crash. Are you going to be stopping at the aid stations, and do you know where they are? One of the key strategies a lots of faster racers do is not stopping. So that means they're carrying all their water and their food. And if you are going to stop, you want to make sure those stops are quick and efficient. Do you know your strengths and weaknesses and how to apply them to the event that you've chosen? This is where a coach will help you with a training plan that will help you achieve the goal that you're aiming for. That is tailored to you and will get you the best possible outcome. That's it for this video. If you have any strategies or tactics that you want to share, please comment below. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps us build more videos for you to watch. Thanks for watching.